Hello ladies and gentlemen, my name is VirtualNunchucks. Welcome to the channel. If you were not able to play the beta over the weekend, that's okay. We got plenty of gameplay, including some night vision goggles gameplay and some all kinds of gameplay. Anyway, what I want to talk about is what I thought about the beta. Now I'm going to try to do this as organized as possible, and so let's just talk about this. When the first started, on Thursday, we didn't have a mini-map. We just had the compass with the little red dots appearing for gunfire on the compass. And you had to pay attention to your surroundings. You had to listen. You had to do all kinds of stuff. People complained that they didn't have a mini-map, that they didn't have any idea where their teammates were, and all this kind of stuff, and that threw them off. And it was too slow, and people were camping, and all this kind of stuff. So Infinity Ward changed that on Friday, I believe it was. Anyway, point is, you can see that you have a mini-map on the...
Saturday.
It was Saturday? Okay, yeah.
Friday
was the first day of the open beta. But anyway. Alright. So they changed that, and as you can see, they do have a mini-map, like everybody's used to, on the gameplay that you see here. However, it does not show gunfire. You still have to look up at the compass to see the red dots for the gunfire. And I was trying to mount my gun up on that, basically. But it didn't work. Anyway, I think part of the problem is that people didn't really understand the compass, because there were people... I watched people on the internet, people like, you know... Drifter, Hollow, even Dr. Disrespect at some point in time on the internet here recently, and they didn't understand the compass other than to give them directions and where they are, like the dockyards or the train yards or the parking lot, whatever. But I played with it, and I kind of liked it that way. I don't want them to put the mini-map just like normal, because it's innovative and it's different, and it's hard to learn a system that's different. I get that, and it's not something you're used to. But here's how the compass works. Okay? If they decide to take it out and leave it out, that's fine. I mean, you know, you can't please everybody. I get that. But here's how it works. So if it remains in the game, here's how it works. When a gun goes off, just like you see there, there is a little diamond that appears in the general direction of the player that's firing the gun, obviously. Now, it will fade depending on your orientation. So if I'm on the first floor and I have a faded red dot, that means he's above me. If I'm on the second floor, obviously, and I see a faded red dot, he's either up on the roof or he's below me. So you have to look around, you have to listen. The audio in this game is very much improved. I'm not saying it's perfect. There are times people would walk up behind me, I couldn't hear them. But the audio is a lot better than it used to be. You can hear the general direction of the players and stuff like that, and you hear me complaining about being shot like that because I couldn't believe I was getting shot. Anyway, point being is that you could use the compass to give you a general direction and orientation of the shots. So if you were paying attention to your sound cues, your audio cues, and you were observant enough, you could manage to find the guy that was shooting at you and kill him. Now, I'm not Dr. Disrespect, I'm not Drifter, I'm not any of those people like Exclusive Ace and stuff, so I'm not going to have fantastic gameplay for you guys. But I do a whole lot better with this type of setup than I do with a regular mini-map with dots on it, because I have a chance to be stealthy. Now, does that mean that I camp everywhere? No. But I do get to change positions, and I do get to sneak around and catch people by surprise a whole lot easier with this particular setup. But like I said, I know you can't please everybody. Now, aside from the mini-map and the compass and everything like that, they'll fix it, they'll figure it out, and they'll probably put it in the game and make everybody happy, and I'll just have to adapt. It's okay. But the other thing that I'd like to talk about is, first of all, this night vision goggles mode, or the nighttime mode for the maps, is insane. Because if you take off these night vision goggles, it is absolutely pitch black in the rooms or the buildings or the parking lots or whatever, except for the little bit of light that you see above the doors and whatever, where the lights are actually on. Everything else is pitch black, like it should be in real life. And as you can see, when you aim down sights, a little laser comes up. They don't actually put the scopes up to their face because they can't, because the goggles. I think it's pretty cool. I enjoyed it. It was a little odd. I've only played it a few times. I have to get used to it. But I wanted to show it off because it's something that's in the beta, or it was. I don't know. I liked it all right. But I was more of a fan of the realism mode that they added on, I think, Saturday. That was right? They added realism on Saturday.
I think it was yesterday.
Yeah, it might have been. It might have been yesterday. Ryan and I were sick yesterday, so for a good long time we were actually sick and stuff. So we didn't do anything, but we did get to play a little bit yesterday. We were feeling a little bit better last night. So realism mode, however, takes everything away from you. Takes the compass away, takes everything away, just like in hardcore mode. Or hardcore mode. I think I said hardcore mode, but I'm not a pirate. Anyway, just like in hardcore mode, it takes everything away from you. It gives you a clean display. Okay? And then the only thing is that you have regular health. Okay? It is not, one bullet, one kill, unless you get headshot. But you really have to listen. You really have to pay attention. And I did my best in that mode, actually. Because I was able to sneak around and occasionally rush a building. But I was able to take positions and use snipers and stuff like that in realism mode. I happen to like it. I think it's cool. It's not, it's not for everybody, and I understand that, but I think it's pretty neat. I think the mounting system that works in this game, the way it works in this game, is pretty neat because you don't have to necessarily. I got that guy, but then I got shot.
Of course.
Yes, you hear me saying, of course, I get shot. But
Reloading.
But what was I talking about? Oh, the mounting. The mounting system on this game, I think it's cool because you can peek around corners and you can peek through windows. You can even peek the doors if you're concerned for your well-being. You can. You can peek the door slowly if you have time and make sure that there's nobody right in front of you. Because I walked out on many occasions and was taken out from a window or something. So I learned how to do that. Ryan was kind enough to show me how to do that because I didn't realize you had to ADS first and then use it. But anyway, I think it's neat. I think what they've done here is, if the community will embrace it, I think it's worth. I think it's worth giving it a shot because they made some really good changes. The guns feel awesome. The guns feel like they actually have weight to them. When you make a sniper shot, how do the sniper shots feel, Ryan? What? I can't see that. He's giving me a big thumbs up. It is amazing when you pull off a sniper shot. The gun feels like it's actually got some heft to it. When you fire it, you feel a vibration in your controller, and it feels like you literally could take your, you could feel the kick. And it's just so satisfying to get to fire a gun in this game. Doesn't matter if it's the M4A1, doesn't matter if it's sniper rifles or submachine guns. It is just so satisfying. The audio for the guns is amazing. The firing the gun and then hearing the gun ricochet off of the different materials in the world is completely awesome. The gunsmith. Now I know we didn't have very many attachments to put on our guns. You have to level up the guns. We got to go to level 30 on the guns. You get to level up the guns and then put on the attachments with the gunsmith. but you only get to go to level 30 with the gun, so we only had a limited amount of attachments per gun. The M4A1 that I continued to play with a lot was equipped with a hybrid sight where you had a red dot and a level 3 zoom. I had a silencer, I had extended mags, and the stock, and all these things of course have pros and cons. Slow down your aiming speed, sprint out speed, you know, increases recoil in some cases, decreases recoil in some cases, but it makes your gun look so cool. The different attachments that you can put in the gun. Sometimes Ryan put together an M4A1, and I said, "Oh, that looks cool," and it was mostly because of his sights and things. But he looked like he was enjoying the gunsmith mode or the options. Let's see, what else was there? Oh gosh. Oh yeah, there were a few glitches. Like for example, during the beta, and Infinity Ward is aware of this. They've already stated several times that they're going to try to obviously fix that. But there were a few glitches. For example, Simtex. When you unlock Simtex, everybody knows it's a sticky grenade basically, and you can stick it on things and it explodes. Well, if you threw it at a door, or sometimes a wall, it would not explode. It'd just sit there until an enemy player or something touched the door, or tried to use the door, or touched the wall, and then it would explode. So it was kind of like a proximity mine almost. But again, Infinity Ward's going to fix that. There were a few glitches with one of the what do they call it? Not perks, but one of the what's the personal cover called? What kind of thing is it called? Is it called it's not called a perk.
I'm trying to read something.
Oh, well, I was asking you for help because I don't remember.
It's technically VirtualNunchucks, but I'm trying to read something.
Okay, well, he's trying to read.
I'm going to convince Mom to let this go towards my meeting credit, so...
Okay. Alright. Anyway,
Your video.
it's not a perk, but the little box here that you see on the right hand side of my screen is a munitions drop. It's basically an ammo box that replenishes your ammo and your grenades. You can pick personal cover. You can pick at some point a drone that you can fly around and mark enemies for you. You can pick I have claymores attached there, but you can pick just different things. And the personal cover actually has a glitch to it where you could actually
It used to, they fixed it.
oh yeah, they fixed it over the weekend, but there for a while you could actually walk through the cover.
Yeah, and it would barely stop.
It wouldn't stop bullets for you. You could walk straight through it, and enemies could just walk up on top of you.
You
And
couldn't even mount on it.
yeah,
It was just there.
it was just there as a graphic. It didn't really even exist. I mean, you couldn't even mount your gun on it or anything. So they fixed that over the weekend, which is kind of nice.
Cyber attack.
Yeah, this is Cyber Attack. This is that mode where you called it Counter-Strike, basically.
Yeah, you have to go
Device
get a
unit
bomb and put
confirmed.
it on the
Go
thing.
now.
Yeah, you have to go and get a
You only
bomb
one life.
and then put it in the thing, and you get one life.
Counter-Strike.
So, you know, they've got some pretty neat stuff in here. I'm looking forward to seeing what the full game looks like. Now, like I said, there were problems. We talked about the syntax. We talked about the glitches. One of the major problems that people were having is that there was a ton of camping, and I'm gonna be honest, I was one of those campers. I would camp up on a rooftop or something, cover a flag, and just snipe people from a roof. I didn't do it all the time, as you can see here. I didn't do it all the time, but I did do it sometimes because you kind of needed to in certain situations. But once they added the mini map, people started moving around a lot more. was a lot more rushing around and things, and people were seeming to be a little bit more open to the game after that. You know, they weren't criticizing the game too much. Now, if you listen to 8 Thoughts or you know, somebody like that, he's going to tell you that the game sucks. But I don't think so. I don't think it sucks. I think there's a few things that they need to fix, but I think it's in good shape. I think that that when they're done and they get all the feedback for the next couple of weekends, and then implement changes that they need to make, I think it's going to be a good game, and I think people are going to be pleased with it. Now, it's going to take some getting used to. There is a learning curve to every game, of course. Yeah, I can't believe I got shot there like that. But but it's pretty cool. And don't get too attached to this gun, because I think I get killed right here, because I wasn't paying attention. Yep. Nope, I didn't get killed right away. But it's a ton of fun to play. And like I said, there is a learning curve, and there are going to be some things. People got to get used to the maps and the game in general, and I think once they do that, they'll be okay with it. Now, here are my major problems with this game. Sometimes, at least for me, hit detection seemed to be a little off. I don't know if it was connection issues, because there were a ton of those. One of my major complaints about this beta was there was a ton of connection problems with the servers. I got disconnected at least 4 or 5 times. And you know, it drove me crazy, as it drives everybody else crazy when you're in the middle of a match. And sometimes you're doing pretty good, and all of a sudden you start lagging out and get disconnected from a game. That's irritating. Seemed to improve a little bit over the weekend, but I noticed that this morning, very early this morning, that we were still having trouble with that. Let's see, what else? Gosh. I got a couple of hit markers that I don't understand, but like I said, that goes back to hit detection. You have to understand, this is a ballistics-based game. This is not hit scan this year. So different ballistics do different things, and I was very surprised to get hit markers, especially with a sniper rifle, because I have a silencer on the sniper rifle that was in the beta. I put it on there, and I got a hit marker from across the level, and I was surprised. But then again, I went back and looked, and it's supposed to decrease my damage range, so they got hit, but they didn't die because I have a silencer on. So I was a little, you know, had to take that into account too. I don't know, guys. Let me know what you guys thought about the beta. Those are my opinions. I think I'm looking forward to seeing what they're going to do next week. Next week they're going to do 32v32 in the ground war. They're going to add several other things to the beta next weekend. It is still open, and they're going to do crossplay either next weekend or the weekend after that. So I strongly recommend that you guys, you know, jump in, see what you think about it. I mean, you know, if you're not into Call of Duty, that's okay. You don't have to be into Call of Duty and do it. See, I put a bunch of bullets in that guy, and I'm like trying to figure out why he's not dead. But I'm going to leave you guys to the rest of the gameplay. Let me know what you guys thought of it. Let me know what you thought about the mini-map situation. I know there's a ton of campers, okay? I know that. But again, that'll probably get better as time goes along and people get used to the maps and different things like that. A lot of people are complaining about the map design for whatever reason. They think it's too vertical. They don't like the fact that it's not 3 lanes, that you can practically go anywhere. I happen to like that because it gives you a lot of more options. You don't always end up on a face-to-face confrontation. You can be sneaky. You can be aggressive, but you can also do it from just about anywhere in the maps, and I appreciate that. I don't always want to go down a lane and then all of a sudden be face to face with a guy, because sometimes my reflexes don't allow me to win. Or sometimes it's just, to me, a little boring to be face to face with a guy in 5 seconds. I want to be able to decide where I want to go, and I appreciate what they've done here. But that's, again, these are my opinions and these are my thoughts. It doesn't always mean they're right. But if you guys played the beta, if you guys have had time to look at it and play it and stuff, let me know what you thought. Let me know what you think can be improved. Let me know what you liked, what you didn't like. And I hope that you guys have a great day. I'm going to leave you with at least to the end of the match. I hope you guys enjoy the gameplay. And I hope to see you guys in the next video. By the way, we are reviewing this game in October. When it releases, I'll be reviewing the campaign and then the full multiplayer suite that they have. So if you want to see that review, go ahead and hit that subscribe button and drop a like on the video, because it does help people find the channel. It does help the channel grow. And if you do leave me a comment, I always try to respond. So I hope you guys have a great day, and we will see you very, very soon.
Allied cruise missile launched. Allied UAV overhead.
Get okay. That's
You're
enough.
good to go. Get back in
up.
there.
I've got you.
Oh my god.
I can
You're
walk.
good to go. Get back in there. Молодцы, ребята. Well done. Domination. Capture and hold the objectives. We're taking Charlie. Enemy has Alpha. Flash out! Got Charlie.
Reloading.
Losing Bravo.
Reloading.
We lost Bravo.
Reloading. Throw the flash. Grenade out. Ah!
Securing Bravo. Securing A. Two objectives lost. Move in. Got Alpha. Enemies taking Alpha. Lost Alpha. Enemy UAV overhead.
Fucker shot me.
We're taking Alpha. take those objectives. We're holding Alpha.
Taking fire! Reloading!
Securing Bravo. You're needed at it. Lost Alpha. Flash out! Throwing grenade!
Push!
Securing Bravo. Two objectives lost. Move in. Enemy at Charlie zone.
One down.
Enemy UAV overhead. Enemy cruise missile. Take cover. We're taking Alpha. We're taking Alpha.
Reloading.
Enemy UAV overhead. Allied UAV overhead. They've reached the halfway point. Securing B. We're up.